sweet home, I long for you. Our yearning boats are gliding along, reaching for sheltered covens. Our yearning boats are gliding along, reaching for sheltered covens. My boat is steady in boisterous sea, the tiller in strong, steadfast hands. I will sail greatly on my own, again through the equinox. I hope, like the efforts of an albatross, the chosen path I have come across, the grand plan that will take me to my sweet home, my heart, my sweet home, I long for you.
Om Shanti. Good morning, everybody.
પતી ગયું ખાલી ચાલુ કરવાનું હતું પતી ગયું.
Request all of you to please mute yourself so that we can hear each other clearly and get benefited. So I hope you all doing well today. This morning is a beautiful morning here in Delhi. The weather is so pleasant. No really shiny weather or not rainy, but it's quite pleasant. So the same way, I wish all of you are doing great. Your yesterday went well. You must have done your homework. I request all of you, as I've written in the chat box, to share your experiences, to share a bit of your efforts, because every day I speak and I speak. Yes, I need to speak, but I also want you to speak up so that I could also understand the depth of your understanding. Yeah, so can I request, is it possible, brother Prakash bhai or Gopesh bhai, Chetna ben, is it possible क्या भाई बहने अनम्यूट होकर थोड़ा बता सकते हैं अपने एक्सपीरियंसेस के बारे में, अपने होमवर्क्स के बारे में? कई बार चैट में इतना लिखना पॉसिबल नहीं होता.
सबको अनम्यूट किया है तो अपने आप को अनम्यूट करके वो एक्सपीरियंस शेयर कर सकते हैं.
तो मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूंगी सभी से, वन बाय वन, प्लीज रेस्पेक्ट द स्पीकर. Let one to speak, because we all are family and we'll be really happy to listen to one's experience, because that becomes an inspiration for us as well. So let's begin with I want one of the volunteers to take initiative, and in short, I want to share what all efforts you have done and what you have experienced. I'm not expecting everything to be possible 100% of course, but yes, just an effort and sharing. So please start. Is anyone is independent, powerful being who can take initiative? No one? Come on. I believe this is a group of, yesterday we have done powerful, independent being. So let's break that ice here and just take an initiative. Anyone, Sister Meera,
Om
Rambai,
Shanti.
Om Shanti, how are
Good
you?
morning, Dee. I'm fine. Very nice to see your smiling face. It gives
Oh,
so positive feeling.
thank you. So
I
I also want your face to be seen and then see the same smile on you as well. So that's possible. Oh, thank you. Please share the
um,
experience. Yeah.
of course, I tried, and it really gives a great feeling that till now we used to be dependent on others, and now it's not like you have to depend on others. So it's really great feeling, and I tried, and I liked it also.
Mhm.
Feeling good,
Mhm.
and I think I can slowly practice it nicely.
Of course. So see the difference that so far we have given our cars steering to someone else's hand. Whosoever and howsoever they want to roll it up, they can, turn left or right or straight or any direction. But now I
Exactly.
have taken my own steering in my own hand, and then I can drive my car. Car isn't like my own thoughts, and that is how I can reach to the destiny in right manner. Because life is a journey, it's not a destination. If the journey will not be pleasant, it will not be peaceful and entertaining, then even if the destination is good, there is no point of getting a happy destination. And it automatically becomes happyful because each and every second, each and every thought I'm creating is actually has to come back. Just keeping that in mind, it is required to practice that. So that is well, very done, sister. And
Thank you so
yes,
much.
can I have a clap for her that she taken an
Thank you so much.
initiative?
Thank you so much. And I'm sure with your help, I will be able to do very nicely. I'll be
Got-
perfect in it.
Great, great.
Thank you so much, Didi.
You're welcome. Anyone else? Sister Renu, Rambhai, uh, Kamlesh Ben, Suryavanshi Bhai, Harish Bhai, Alka sister. Anyone? See, Sister Meera has taken such good initiative, and we can also participate the same way. Can we just any small experience? I'm not expecting much. Is it possible? Can you please reiterate what was the homework? Oh, did you forget the homework? I said yesterday. Sister Renu is saying to unmute her. चेतना बेन इनको अनम्यूट कर सकते हैं हेलो
Yes, hello. Yeah, I'm Renu
यस
speaking.
यस
Um, I just I can show my face also.
इट्स पॉसिबल
Yeah,
यस थैंक
good
यू
morning.
the little
Yeah,
smile is here.
it's important to be aware that we are like a detached observer, like you said in the yesterday's session.
Yes,
That
yes.
I liked. Like we are powerful, we are independent, and we should behave like a detached observer. Like whenever any situation comes, we should see it from a distance and feel independent of the situation as well as what people say. So I think this awareness is important and it is coming from the session very well.
Did you tried it being detached observer and did you feel the
Uh,
change?
I do, yeah.
You did. Hello, sister.
At a
Yeah.
certain level, at a certain level,
Yes,
yeah.
of course. Even if it is like 5%, you be able to experience it. That's very well done. I mean, you felt it that yes, this is possible. So far, we were not even thinking, is it possible? Because we were totally dependent on the situation. But now it is like, yes, this is possible. That is a good initiative. And slowly and gradually it will happen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you so much.
You're welcome, sister. Yes, Sister Alka. Good morning. How are you? Great. Voice is not really audible. Some echo sound. चेतना बहन, is it from हमारी तरफ से है क्या? Unmute नहीं है क्या? Sister Alka, you're not unmuted yourself. Could you unmute yourself and then speak? It's still showing muted. So for Harish Bhai, yesterday homework was to be independent, to feel that independency, not let anyone to break your happiness and peace. So I believe everyone was aware of this. This was homework was given yesterday to practice. Yes, sister. I think there is some network issue or something. Is anyone want to share experience? Tajbai, Kamlesh, sister. I mean,
Sister Alka, you can share your experience.
it seems been paused. Seems like any other person.
Sister Alka,
I think there is some network issue. Chetna Ben.
okay.
कोई और करेंगे? राम भाई, सूर्यवंशी भाई. Thanks, I was disconnected yesterday slightly early. Okay. Pooja sister, Thayal Nayak bhai. No one? Shall we move on then, or I want you also to tell me that what all you are doing, is it not? I mean, just being a faculty, just being an instructor, a teacher, if I will understand your understanding, it will be easier for me to explain things more, so that just not moving on the topic. Instead, I could connect what you are feeling and where you are, so that accordingly I will take sessions further. Didi, right now I'm in office, only listen. Okay, no problem. Sister Pooja, if you can, if it is possible for you, then write in the chat box, and I would love to, read that. Yes, Sister Alka, is it okay?
Yes, ma'am. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Actually, I was attending a call just received,
Oh, no
so that I
problem.
was busy in that. I
Oh,
haven't
oh.
heard your question.
I asked for
Ma'am,
yesterday's
please
homework.
repeat.
Yesterday's homework. Did you do homework yesterday? Practice of being independent.
Oh, I meditated.
What
I
did you meditate?
meditated for half an hour.
Mm-hmm.
You told
What?
me whichever I applied that.
Okay. So what? I mean, what is exactly you have applied? I want to listen that. I mean, I want to hear from you.
I cl-
Mhm.
I just closed my eyes and
Yeah.
then realized the name of God.
Mhm.
I recollected my memories. I gathered myself.
Mhm. And what change did you feel good? What sort of changes you are feeling from past couple of days? Was any kind of change has come in your life?
It was very peaceful experience. I told you yesterday also.
Yeah.
It was very, very peaceful.
Yes. That's great. I am glad that you all are practicing a bit, because this practice and effort is what is required. Unless it is not been into the day-to-day life, it will not be possible for to grow up or to enhance your power of learning and meditating and to connect with the divine, because the ultimate uh, thing that we need to do here is to connect with the divine. And that is why I'm emphasizing on this more and more and more, because rest all the topic can be understood later on, or maybe automatically you will learn. But if this particular topic, if not been understood and implemented, there is no benefit of every other thing, because this is the pillar, this is the fundamental thing. Unless I do not connect with the divine, that power will not come. The knowledge, the difference between knowledge and implementation, we know each other, everything. The whole knowledge, probably I'm explaining you, it's not nothing new. It is all you know. But what is the difference is not be able to implement that. We all know that anger is not good. We all know that we should not be bitter. We should manage our relationship. It is all that we know. We do not, we should not take tensions, should not be stressed out. We all know that. But still, we still take tensions. We still feel stressed out. We be angry. We being harsh with myself, with ourselves, or our surrounding. So it's not the knowledge only, it is more of implementation part. So hence it is very, very important to implement that, because meditation is the stages, is the step by step. I will be able to go on to the top floor. Yeah. So the top floor is that divine to connect. So let's begin the session with I'm going to tell you today about the powers, the benefits of Raj Yoga. What all powers? Because anything that you do, if you do not get some benefits out of that, what is the reason of doing it? Yeah, isn't it? I tried being independent yesterday, but still I am not be able to completely independent. Of course, in just one day it is not possible, but you tried, I'm glad. I still got trapped by waste thoughts, but I am able to experience peace. Between it stopped in between. Yeah, no problem, brother. Even if you have tried, that was most important. Slowly and gradually, if you are able to experience the peace, after some time, you will be able to increase the percentage of feeling or being into the peace. That is what required, and then you will be able to face situation more efficiently. So that is what it is. Harish Bhai says being independent, yes, I bunked a lot of negativity triggers by not creating and just maintaining my calmness and meditate well. That's great. I mean, great that you all are trying this and implementing all of that. And I would keep requesting all of you to please keep applying that, implementing that, and this will be beneficial, and we'll have more experiences as well. I will have this connect of sharing experiences every day, so that you'll also have some kind of thoughts then that I will be asked tomorrow, so that you'll do something as a homework. Otherwise, we do not really feel like doing something, or we just ignore it. So that is important. So let's move on. Now, I hope the topics all been covered is quite clear, and easily been understood for everyone? Or does anyone have any question or any topic anyone wants to explain that more, so that I will continue with that, or else I will move on? Anyone? Write it either in the chat box or unmute yourself and say in just one word any topic. Move on. Okay. Anyone? Yes, continue. Okay. Thanks. Few more. I need few more answers. Few more responses, please. Yes, continue. Okay. Okay. So seems like it's quite evident. Please go ahead. Okay. So I hope things were, quite easy to understand and correlate with your own life. Now, the benefits of meditation. So the firstly, we have, I'm just, starting with the summing up, the recap, a quick recap on meditation. So the first step of thinking about the self, who am I? When I think that who am I am able to go off from this physical dimension, and I go beyond the five elements and be into that equilibrium of peace, connecting with the divine and my own house where I have actually came from. So the first thing is to be in the awareness of the original qualities, my original qualities, which is peace, again, happiness, love, truth, knowledge, purity. These are the five things, at least, that I need to, it should run in my mind throughout. You never forget that you're a mother. You never forget that you're probably a doctor or teacher or whatever, XYZ, advocate, engineer, pilot, or whoever, whatever one is. So we never forget, so much deeply imprint inside that our action goes accordingly. So the same way, we need to say to our mind again and again and again that I am a peaceful being. Somebody says that I say, or myself, I'm a peaceful soul, I'm a peaceful soul, I'm a peaceful soul. So understand the difference. I need not to do a chanting over here. Instead of doing Om Namah Shivaya or Radhe Radhe or Radhe Krishna, or I'm not against anything, but it's not really required to chant any phrases, but it is something to feel it. How a mother behaves, then action changes. How a teacher behaves, the action changes. How a doctor behaves, action changes. So the same way, how a peaceful being behaves, that is how our actions will change. And this is called value in action, karam yoga, because this will create your experiences and put impression onto your subconscious mind, because we all are human beings, and throughout the day we have to work, we have to come into actions. We cannot just sit for an hour. Even in sitting, we are thinking, and that is also an action. So what kind of thought I'm creating, it's again an action. So we are almost, most of the day, the time, we are in action. So we need to emphasize, we need to focus on this, that what I am thinking. So give them this thought to your mind. Just seed it up that I am a peaceful being, I am a loveful being, and accordingly your action will change. This is the first and most important thing. I every day say this, because I want this to be engrossed in all of you. Here, the meditation begins, and the secondly, to connect with the divine, and to connect with the divine, we need to have some relationship. Build up some relationship with the God, like mother, brother, companion, friend, father, teacher, guide, anything. So this is how you will be able to, get from that source. Like if you do not connect the power and the plug together, the energy does not flows. If there is any gap, there is a source, you are near to the source, but the power is not flowing, right? So the same way, I need to connect with the source. And to connect with the source, it is important to live the relationship. Only not creating a relationship, is also living that relationship. And that's how the source, from the source, that energy will flow and you will be energized. How much you're energizing yourself or being energized, the strength will build up in you, and whatever you were not be able to do so far will be possible. It's like you would not be able to detach yourself, being detached observer, but now you would see that it is started possible for you. You would not be probably let yourself not be being angry, but now it will be possible. So this is what practice you need to keep on doing, so that the strength will build up in you. Okay, now there are few benefits that I will talk about today, that if I will practice the Raj Yoga, these are benefits you will see in yourself. So the first thing, when I say who I am able to raise myself out of all the glitches, or I would say any kind of clashes that you have with others. You will be able to raise yourself out of that, because you are considering yourself as a soul and the other person as a soul. You have been given with your own role, and the other person has given with another role. So he or she is performing his or her role, and so am I. Right? So you will be able to keep yourself out of that, uh, any kind of obstacle. Is there is any kind of clashes? Is there why he is not doing what I'm saying? No, not being impacted by that. This is the first thing. Then when you start yourself thinking as a soul, the first thing comes in you. You will be able to keep yourself out from every kind of glitches or clashes in relationships, basically. The second thing is concentration. You would be able to enhance your concentration. How? Because you got the knowledge of this is what it is, this is what is happening. The negativity is, yes, there in the world. It is spreaded in the surrounding. Yes, it is there. But it is not important that let the stress get in me. Until it is outside, you're safe. And if you're safe, that you have that power, the strength, that you'll be able to keep yourself protected and also be able to help others. Understanding the situation, understanding, let's say for an example, uh, you know that it's raining outside, or maybe you have any kind of exam or any something important to happen tomorrow, and at the same time you have got relatives came to your house. No, let's say tomorrow in the office we have some a very important meeting maybe, or some any major project that you have to do or perform, and at the same time you have got 2 3 relatives came to your house, but still you know that okay, there is two things I have to manage. You have got that clarity in your mind. It's not that if this relatives has come to your house, you will not go to office tomorrow, isn't it? You have to go, you have to do things, right? So the same way, when you know the things are negative, but still, what is my agenda? What is my most important, yeah, or I say priority here is to perform my own actions or project, that whatever I have to do. So you do XYZ things. Probably you'll have to get up early, you have to make things and food or cook, or probably little more effort will be required to manage things at home, and then you'll go to the office accordingly. So it could be a possibility that efforts will be higher, but then you are clear here that what I have to do. So the mind will be start being concentrating on any kind of thing. But if you let everything to overpower you, you'll never be able to concentrate. And so far, we were thinking what to do. You know, it has happened. It happens. Do you know what has happened to me? Yesterday, somebody, I mean, because this is a Corona time, and this time is actually very, very crucial for so many people. So, somebody called me yesterday and said, that person was being fired by his company, and it was an aviation, I mean some airline company, one of my old known person and friend. She was saying that I tried everything, like from my known people who are into the uh, better post positions. From them, I've shown my medical things just to, postpone, and if this be possible to uh, retain me in the company, because it is not the performance exit, it is because of the corona thing, and many of them was being asked to leave the company. She was so stressed out. She was so much mentally into, so much of confusion and not really well. At such time, it is very difficult to say somebody in a straight way that, what is, it is not possible. You need to console the person accordingly. So what to say is where to focus on. If I'll keep thinking, why, I will have to be stressed out because situation is like this. So far we have been accepting this thought process, like if such situation has happened to me, I need to be, and it is very obvious to be depressed, isn't it? But if I'm so much in tension, would this problem will vanish, or will I get my job back? If any of this thing happens, then please take tensions. Unfortunately, none of this is gonna happen. So one side, I have lost my job. The other side, after thinking of all of this, I am letting my capacity to be drained out. The whole energy, the whole strength of my mind is being drained out. So whatever I had, I depleted it. So if any chance will come up in the future in my doorstep, I will probably be not be able to use that correctly in a right manner. So one thing already lost, and there is a most possibility or more probability of something lost or in that way, the happiness is more. It's a double loss, isn't it? But if I, because I need to accept the situation first. Okay, this has happened. Whatever I could have taken uh, efforts and attempts to retain my job, I did it. Because in the beginning phase, I told her to take whatever the possibilities are. But in the end, if none of them worked, then then it is important to accept the situation and then act accordingly. This is called karma, the right action. Because here, if I accept the situation, I am keeping my energy, I mean, just storing my energy now. And if this energy is being stored, it will be utilized into right manner in a right direction. Understanding this thing is very, very important, and this happens to students. Many students come to me just to do meditation. The reason, to gain or to enhance the concentration level, the concentration power, but they are not able to concentrate. Why? Is to go into the fear of losing examination or being failed in an examination, not getting the marks as per expectations. So I need to focus on what I can do instead, what will happen. Because the thought of the fear, hear something saying, galat na ho jaye, bura na ho jaye, something wrong will happen, what if? Then again, the possibility of wrong to happen is higher. And giving that pathway to wrong to happen is more. So this is something is important. So if when you practice Raj Yoga, when practicing using the natural qualities, then it will all automatically reduce that letting your thoughts to being spread away all over. This is the second thing. Now third thing is letting go the past. We are too much have a tendency to live in the past or the future. So you get that strength of putting a full stop on that. Whatever has happened is happened. You cannot get into past and change it, can you? Is it possible? Yes, no,
No.
it's not possible.
Yeah.
So when you answer your mind, because this is a conversation of you to yourself. So when you say yourself that no, it's not possible to get into the past and change it. So what is possible? The possibility is to change the present. The moment I'm thinking why he or she has done that, instead, if I think what I should do now, if I'm using the thoughts in that direction, then my energy is being accumulated. I'm letting the past go, and I am using the present in a right direction, in a right manner. It will be counteracted in some time. And this way, I'm making my future better as well. Sometime, where the karma philosophy comes in the picture, because this is a real fact. This is reality. Whatever in Christianity it has been said, as you see, as you sow, so shall you reap. So whatever you have done in terms of thinking and doing or saying, it will come back. But you need not to be victim because of that. Sometimes people get into the deep hurt. Why is my karma is so bad? They get into regression of such thoughts. Keep regretting. Am I so bad? Have I done so bad? So knowledge, any knowledge, if you're using into the right way, It will help you. If you're not using it the right way, it will destroy you. Now, the decision is in your hand. What you want to do. Do you want to make yourself better or vice versa? So I can be the enemy of myself. I can be the friend of myself. I am a best friend of mine, and I am the worst enemy of mine. So this is very, very important. So this thought of I as a soul, the knowledge, this knowledge of karma philosophy, let us let the past go. Forgive and forget. God also has forgiven us most of the time, and He does not keep remembering that forgiveness. We sometimes forgive somebody, but we remember. We keep remembering that forgiveness. I have forgiven you, and we say that to that person. Remember that time, that day, I have forgiven you. You did this, and I have forgiven you. So, so if I'm letting the past go, Raj Yoga, the process of learning this spirituality, it develops that strength in us to let the past go. Okay, it has happened now. Now the present. I need to change it now, and this is in my hand. I'm a creator. Take a charge of your own life. No, nothing has happened in my life because of people, this or that person. Whatever is happening to me, I am responsible for it. If I take the charge, things start changing. So this is the third benefit. If you start using that, who am I? I am not this body. I am that innate in this body. I am the child of that supreme Almighty who has the most powerful being. So I am a powerful being. I can do what I want. So as I let the past go, I am able to keep myself, detached from the situation, keep myself raised out of any conflict happening with the relationship. So this is what the benefits I will get of practicing this in day-to-day life. It also reduces your stress because stress is something that your immunity has been reduced by stress. So if you're be able to create the positive thoughts, and if you're able to be into the awareness of real qualities of yourself, you are reducing the stress, and so as the enhances the immunity. So it's also affect your physical strength. You're boosting up your physical immunity, and in corona time it is very important to keep your immunity stronger. So how the mind peaceful, your immunity power, the physical immunity is also enhancing. Isn't it right, Dr. Alka? Am I saying correctly? We have Dr. Alka here, tell me if I'm wrong.
You're right, absolutely.
Yes. So that is what it is very, very important. And this Raj Yoga practice enhances our immunity power. It has been said, I believe all of you know this, mostly 80% of diseases been created by mind. How, what kind of thoughts are developing in the mind. So meditation, Raj Yoga practice helps us to manage the stress because we are able to judge what to do, what not. The understanding the difference between right and wrong, and that is the power. Because after some time I will discuss about the powers that been developed by Rajyoga practice. So the power to discern, the power to discriminate, discerning and discriminating between the difference between right and wrong, what to do and how to do, at what time. This is very important. Sometimes we we think to been very tolerating, and we tolerate someone's bad behavior at times, and we keep on tolerating, and that make our situation worse. But is it right, or this is still the time to still tolerate someone's bad behavior, or whether I require to face the situation? It is important to understand where to tolerate and to what level I need to tolerate, or being quiet, in and out. That is called the power to discern. In the practice of Raj Yoga, the whole process uh, will develop that the strength in you, that your mind will be able to understand that what to do in such situation, where I need to be tolerant, and where I need to uh, raise my voice, and how I need to raise it. As somebody was asking yesterday, that somebody abuses me, and I being humble and quiet and being very polite with the person. But was I only polite outside or inside? And what is the point? I need to be stop being polite, or even if I'm being polite, then how should I react? What level I need to be assertive and show my, that that official, outside appearance? Because in mythology, we've seen so many divine beings like Devi Durga, Devi Santoshi, Devi Kali, right? So someone is represented as a tolerating being, a person who's tolerating, but where to tolerate and where to face situation. It's something to make you understand. It's not only the stories and stories just to tell you, just to entertain you, but it has some meaning behind it. There's some learning behind it, and we need to catch that and implement that in our own life. Because the same, it's not that kind of situation where we're facing somebody is like a asur and has something like on head, but then there's a subtle meaning of all of this, and that's what we bring that in our own life. It all has some depiction just to make us learn how to live life peacefully. It's the art of living. So these all are the benefits that you will get if you practice Raj Yoga. And uh, and then it becomes from a virtue, or a value, to a power. Now, what is the difference between a virtue, value, and power? For an example, if you see somebody is very uh, soft spoken, maybe, or very tolerant, let's say. So being tolerant or being patient is a value or virtue. But being, that strength, to get that strength, to gain that strength, how a person being virtueful to powerful, how this transformation comes, and how do you understand the difference, between the virtue and the strength and the power? So the power is something is not hidden for the same person and for the others as well. If I'm a powerful being, or if somebody has that power, the power is being visible for others as well. But if it is a value or virtue, it can be hidden and it cannot be hidden. It's sometime being visible and maybe the other time not. So the whole process of utilizing this values, or utilizing being in the awareness of the real self, this is will bring that positivity in you, and so as you'll able to reduce your stress, your mental stress, and you'll be able to enhance your physical immunity system, and the let your past go. It will not impact. So important, why to let the past go, which part of the past to let it to go, which is gives you hurt, pain. We need to be show our gratitude what positive has happened. We need to remember that positivity from the past. We need to take a lesson from the past, because that makes our present better, and so as future. And if you being showing up your gratitude what has happened, that is bringing that peace and harmony in your life, because this is what you want. If you feel harmony, if you feel peace, happyful, then you're automatically actually radiating that peace and happiness throughout, and the people surrounded you getting that peace is in another way you are helping others. It's becoming a service. When somebody wants to help others, and somebody says that I want to help my any relative, a friend or somebody, can somebody mute yourself, some voices are coming. So if you uh, yes, so I was telling about this, showing the gratitude. So if you be into this consciousness, you're indirectly helping or servicing people. The world is so much into trouble now, so much of pain and hurt. This is our responsibility. When I say that I am God's child, then it becomes my responsibility as well to help my other people, because that thought, that consciousness makes the whole world a family. And that is why we say, you've seen me saying you as a sister or brother. Why do I call you as a brother or sister? You're not my brother sister that way, actually. The physical level, you're not my brother or sister. But still I say that. Why? Because I I be into the consciousness.
आज तो
I be
रविवार.
can somebody can somebody unmute yourself? So see, these are all the types of yoga. I've explained you where we study, we take some knowledge from that, we chant. It's not chanting the words only, but it's more of going into the the quality of being into the consciousness of what we are saying. So when I say I'm a peaceful being, so go into the depth of being peaceful and thinking accordingly, and bringing that consciousness into the action is called karam yoga. So these all are types of yoga, and the basis of yoga, that if you see, you'll be able to slowly be able to keep yourself out of all kinds of conflicts, that be able to detach yourself from all of this. I was telling you about the the powers. Just a second. So, show you the powers here. Yes. So These are the basic introduction of this. This is also, if you see this, you'll be able to correlate with what all I have said. Basis of Rajyoga, I just said introduction. I have given you introduction of God. I've told you how to make a relationship with the God. And then when you accordingly live that relationship, you will feel that affection from God. Let's say if you're treating God as your father, then how a father gives inheritance to his children, so as you will get that inheritance of his love and acceptance and peace, the power in you. You would feel that, and you will get into all those attainments in you, and see the change in you. It also led us away from every kind of negativity, because these negativity reduces the soul's strength. If I be into the consciousness of body, someone's voices, someone's words or statement or behavior make us feel anger or lust or greed, attachment, and so on. But when you practice of being into the real self, and then you will be able to go out of this. Here, screen has yes. So this is, see here, the definition of Raj Yoga is to forget about your bodily uh, body consciousness and the possession which body is connected with, but it is more of being connecting with the divine, and that is how you feel that power from God. The same like when you stand in front of sun, then how the energies radiates from the sun towards you, and you feel that charge, that strength, that energy coming in you. As sun also, apart from only the light, it also has the power to just let all the jumps off. Yeah, so the same way God also has strength to burn all those negativity as germ in the souls in us. So God, that is why God has been called as an ocean of energy. Is a statement called Hazaro Surya Se Bhi Tejomay. So he's as brightened like a sun, thousands of sun. So that is his strength, because nobody can, you know, strengthen you in a way to that you can reduces your negativity. But God has that strength that he can burn your negativity, the germs of negativity which is in you, and he will have that strength to make yourself the best version of you. The pillars of Raj Yoga is to have a life which is, as I said, as your food, so as your mind. Jaisa an, vaisa man. So the kind of food you're having every day, your mind changes accordingly. I'm sure you have heard this statement of saying, when somebody says, Mama, who has made the food today? It's not really tasty. Something wrong has happened, or what? Just check. Is the screen, do you see the pictures on the screen? No?
Screen sharing is not showing.
Okay. But it is showing 11. Give me a second, yeah. Is it visible now?
Yes, Didi.
Okay. I'm not sure it's showing up as an, I mean, it's shade, but okay, some error. Sorry for that. So the food, I was talking about the food because the food is very important. You know, food is not just a, kind of a food, but what kind of thought, you are making the food while you're cooking. If your thoughts are, intention, you're into different tangents. If something wrong has happened, or anything, if you're cooking under the impression, or while cooking your thoughts are negative, or into tension or stress of something, then the same vibration, the energies is flowing and going in the food as well. So how many people are eating that food, their mindset, their state of mind will become accordingly. It is very, very important for you to understand the importance of food, importance of pure food. Whenever you have seen, whenever you eat any prasad, right, from any temple or anything that you get from a holy place, what is the taste of that food or that prasad? Even nothing has been put into that, even a one drop of amrit that we call, we just just take that in, and then we do not let that even drop of that amrit to go out. Why? Because it's so much empowering to our mind. Yes, it is tasty, because the thought, when while cooking that food, were very positive, because we were preparing that food to offer God. So the same way, every day, if you be into the consciousness and cook that food which you have to eat accordingly, into the consciousness that you are preparing this food to offer God, then his energy will come into that food, and with that food, your mind, your body, both will be energized. That is the importance of the food, because each and every aspect will impact your state of mind. If you're physically not healthy, you'll not be able to concentrate, can you? You sit into the meditation posture, and your backache, you having a backache and or headache or anything, would you be able to concentrate? You know that fact that something wrong is happening to your own child, and he's not you know good enough, probably healthy, then your mind will go towards that. Instead, you'll not be able to focus on what you have to do. So it is important to keep yourself internally and externally healthy. Sometimes we know I'm not physically healthy, but I know, okay, this has to happen, this will pain. I understand the reason behind it, and I accept the situation accordingly and make up my mind accordingly, and then I am able to connect with the divine. So it is important to be able to, you need to first understand how much you can keep things secure and safe to do that. That is why physical yoga is also important, but not the completely physical, because more the physical, I am not only the physical appearance, more I am, this energy inside. So this is what needs to be understood. And the next is divine virtues. When I'm thinking to connect with the divine and bringing the Raj Yoga in my own life, then I need to bring this divine virtues in me. I am, as I keep saying since day one, of my real self. I am a peaceful being, powerful being. As a virtue, I have that patience, the generosity, that love and acceptance and purity. You know, these are my divine virtues. As much I'm using it, I am being favored to God because I'm indirectly obeying my father's teachings. So that is all helps us to be more connected to divine, because if you do not, or if any of these pillars are not really uh, strengthened, then the connection to the divine will not be that much strong. The bond will not be that close or strong enough. So these are important, and the one is Sang, as you are in the companies with, the kind of companionship, the kind of company you are surrounded with, uh, slowly and gradually it affects you. You become like that. So that is what the importance of spiritual knowledge. The spiritual knowledge empowers you, gives you a different direction to think, a different perspective to lead the life accordingly, right? So this is very important to have a spiritual knowledge, to spiritual class or called satsang. And just a second. And the power that I'm going to tell you, not today, it will probably be tomorrow, but let's have a look of this. I have told you the benefit, but this benefit, as I said, becomes your power when you keep on using it. When you keep on using your values and virtues as much, then slowly it becomes your power. And it is no longer been only sometime been seen in you, rather it always been seen, and it becomes your own strength. And when it becomes your strength, you will be able to strengthen people around you and the world. So look at these powers here. Just have a quick look. We'll discuss all these tomorrow. Can you see the screen here now? Is it all being visible to all of you? We'll be
Yes.
discussing all this tomorrow. What are these all powers and how this helps in our day to day life? And that's it for today. I think the time is, yeah, I think, oh, I'm sorry, I've exceeded the time. I did not check on this. So, this is it for today. I hope you have all understood this today's class. If you have any questions, please raise your hand, unmute yourself, or write in the chat box, and we'll start the question answer session now. Am I audible to everyone?
Yes.
If anyone want to write these powers, you can jot down this today. I will show you, of course, tomorrow as well, or else I will stop the screen share.
A question.
Yes, sister.
You said,
Sister, you're not audible.
as you said, we should forgive others.
No, sister, your voice is breaking.
Okay. As you said,
Mhm.
we should forgive others. But not that I am doing good to everyone.
Sister, your voice is breaking. Did you say when you forgive others? they don't do.
The
Is
same.
that what?
Yeah.
Yes, of course, they will not do what you are doing.
That disturbs us sometimes.
Yeah, I understand. See, this is again because we have been in the habit of being, this consciousness, under this consciousness. We have, programmed our mind as in that we expect others to praise us, and that makes us happy. This is the main problem actually. When you let people, this is again giving your remote control to that person. Oh, you talk to me like this, you behave with me like this, then I'll be happy. Yeah. Whenever, please underline this sentence in your mind. Whenever you're expecting your speciality from others, you'll always be in pain. Let's say if you're punctual, for an example, if you're punctual and you're expecting the other to be punctual as like you, other does not have this speciality. He will not be in punctual. Even if he will try or she will try, he will not or she will not be able to do that. And that problem or that uh, hollowness will give you pain. So whenever you expect your speciality from others, it will always give you pain. So just when I say talk to yourself, sit into meditation, then say to your mind, maybe the first go you again expect other to praise you, but if you keep doing this, after a few days, I'm sure, just try this for 21 days, because any kind of habit gets been broke down after 20. If you start keep on doing for 21 days, for sure that habit will be changed. Just try this out. Your own experience will boost you up, and you'll be inspiration for others, and with the same confidence and authority you will say others to do it, I'm sure. In fact, I will wait for you to just try this out and tell me if
Sure,
you
sure.
will be able to do. Okay, great.
Thank
Okay,
you
so
so much.
you're welcome. Milk food is also of animal origin. How it can be included in your diet? Brother Surivanshi. So, see, brother, there are two things. Firstly, the all kind of food that we are getting, I mean, particularly the milk, as you mentioned, is all synthetic milk, right? And we are not, intentionally harming any animal. Rather, if if you're taking that in a way that if you kill an animal and then eat the food as a meat, then that is what you are, being a part of something, is killing somebody and eating that, because that is what gives you a impure food, and so on, this vibrations and thoughts. So milk food, particularly milk, is all synthetic milk that we all are getting. So that way, I do not think it is something to. But if you're really, really concerned about it and very particular on this, it's all your choice that if you want to remove from your diet, you can do. But nowadays, as we all are seeing, this all milk that we're getting is all synthetic milk. It's not directly been originated by animals. Do we have Sister Shruti here? Do we have Sister Shruti?
No, no, sister.
Okay, no problem. So, is your question answered, Ms. Suryavanshi Bai? If you want more clarity on this, we'll be talking more about food, and then in next day class. and we'll be covering that as well. Okay. Any other question? No, it's not okay.
Please unmute yourself and ask your questions.
Is it not okay as in you did not, satisfied with the answer? You want more explanation, or what sense? What is the best time to meditate? That is said. Okay. Sister Meera, the best time. See, we have the timings for the sitting meditation, because meditation is not only the sitting posture, but for sitting meditation, you can begin the day in the early as possible. Though we have the timing is Amrit Vela, that is, in all religion, this time is very important to be considered as a Brahm Muhurat in Hinduism, or in Muslim religion, there is Ajahn time that they do ibadat, and so as in Christianity and other, in Sikhism as well, they have Amrit Vela time early in the morning, 4 o'clock. Same way, that is the time where most of the population sleeps, and the percentage of negativity at that time is comparatively so less. That is the best time that you can meditate. But if it is the beginner's level, uh, any time that you wake up, if you try to wake up at least 15 minutes early, that you wake up, that will be great. But start your day with a meditation. Start your day to have a conversation with God firstly, and then do other things. Because there is a saying, "Subah utھ के किसका चेहरा देखा था?" So as your day becomes, so the same way, just have a glimpse of God and His uh, exchange of thoughts and conversation, and that will make your day best. Okay. Why different Raj Yoga? Why different Raj Yoga and Sahaj Yoga? I'm sorry, Kamal Bhai, I did not understand the questions clearly. Could you please explain a bit more what you're trying to ask, or else you can unmute yourself and ask question. I mean, if I've understood, let me just explain in a way. Why Sahaj Yoga? Because as easiness, it has to be, it is able to, it is actually doable. But if it is so much difficult, everyone would not be able to do. Let's say the people who are veterans, older in age, if something like a posture meditation or sitting into uh, some posture which has not really been easy for anyone to sit, it will not be easy for everyone to do or connect with divine. So connecting with the divine has to be in a way that everyone can do, and hence this is called Sahaj Yoga as well, because this is a easy, and I believe the way I am explaining you, and that what we learn in the Raj Yoga is the easiest method, and it is doable for everyone, every age group. So hence it is Sahaj Yoga and Raj Yoga, because as this yoga, this connection with the divine brings those quality in us, that we become like Raja, like a king. We get that power to rule our own organs and control them. That is how it makes us like a king. Hence it is called Raj Yoga. Hope this suffices your question. Is it okay, Kamal brother? Hope your question answered. Okay, thank you. Any other? Any other question?
How can you remove negativity as soon as possible?
How can you bring positivity as much you're using the positive thought, so so as the negativity will go out, will remove from your mind. It is just a replacement of thoughts.
Okay.
How much you are bringing, because see, the positive thoughts are very few, but negative are a huge list. One are connected to another, and it keep coming.
Yes.
So you just need to replace the thought with the positive. As
Okay.
I shown yesterday, let me show you. Uh-huh. So, it is just a replacement of. If you're getting so much of anger, then you need to think peace. You need to use peace for you. So your anger will go out. Is this like a opposite to each other? So whatever you need, you just need to use opposite of that. If you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling discomfortable, or if you're feeling stressed out or aggressive, then use the thought that you are a peaceful being, you're a loveful being, you're an independent being. This will enhance your strength, and then automatically the negativity will.
Okay.
Yes,
Thank
and
you.
then also you're welcome. And also that time, remember that who you are. You are the child of the divine being, and that will help you to be independent.
Thank you.
How to generate? Could please everyone mute yourself? चेतना बहन, सभी को म्यूट कर सकते हैं क्या? आवाज आ रही है? Thank you. How to generate good feelings and loveful feelings? Well, Kamal bhai, if you know how to generate it, because if you be into your own consciousness, then automatically it will be generated. Considering yourself as the child of the one who is the ocean of love, then that same kind of love will be generated in you. Let's say if you're considering people around you as your children, then father are always loveful towards their children and being responsible. So if you consider yourself as a guest as well, then this feeling of being guest, because guest whenever wherever he goes, because he is guest, because he is guest, he being only polite and humble, and then showing the gratitude and being loveful, so as you will be able to do that. And if you remember what all attainments you have got in your life, you be happy for that. So think about the attainments you have had in your life by God, or with the experience of God, so as you be happy with that. Can you guide a small meditation exercise? Of course, that's thanks for the comment session today. If you want to please post homework in the WhatsApp group chat. Okay, sure. So if no one has any question, we can practice a bit meditation now. Let Is there any other question? Do we have any other question? Or if not, then I will proceed with the small meditation.
Didi, Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Didi, if someone is telling us do a work, or we know that this work is not good for us and not good for him also, but if we will not do this work, then he will get hurt. So what will the return of it?
So you need to first check whether the person who's asking you to work, who
Work
is
like
that person?
uh, work like I'm liking you, and please this that type of, or we know this is not good, and this is attachment, this is not a true love. No, because we are in gyan.
Mhm.
Then and he will get hurt, or we are the nimitta of this hurtness, no?
Okay, sister, are you telling about somebody? Is it in somebody's in family who's asking you all to you to do this?
A friend, like a friend,
Friend,
in colleague.
colleague. Okay, so sister, you need to first take decisions. If somebody is asking to do something which is not right, as per, if you're in, I mean, if you're using the word as in gyan, that have you already done this course, or do you follow the everyday murli, or kind of?
Yes, Lily.
Okay, so sister, if you follow all of this, so that is called, it's a bit different. It's called a srimat. So if you think is whosoever is telling you against the srimat, then you should first give the priority to whom you love. Do you love God, or is God is more well wisher to you or the other person? Against the Srimad, if you're doing something, that is called attachment. It's not love. And if you're doing that, there will be repercussions.
In my life, the God is always priority,
So if
and
God is
I
priority, then
always,
whosoever and whatsoever he is saying should not affect
and
you.
God's Srimat is also
Yeah, go ahead.
always go ahead with God's Srimat. I don't
Mhm.
want to do anything against to Him. I don't want to go because I I spoil my happiness. I don't want to this anything against Srimat.
You have got your answer, sister. If somebody is telling you to go against your track, and that will let your happiness to go down, if you not be able to keep yourself happy, how you can make others happy? And it is also against Srimad. So I think you got your answer, and you need to know where in which direction you have to go. Rest people will keep on coming and saying, because it's a tendency, it's a very normal tendency nowadays. People want to uh, take your steering and then move howsoever they want. But it is for you important that whether you want to be pulled away with them, or you take your own decision and let your car of your own life to go and in the direction you want. So
Didi,
think that
when
way. Mhm.
when I listen in Murli, don't hurt anyone. Don't uh, don't become a cause of anyone's hurtness. So
Yes.
I thinking, oh my God, he was hurt
See,
because of me.
understanding is, see, there is always a margin of knowledge. Here, the knowledge is important. Did I say today we'll talk it tomorrow more deeply about it? The power to discern the difference between right and wrong. If somebody wants you to do wrong thing and is saying, if you do not do that, I'll be hurt. I say, as the Ravan said to the Sita, if you do not come out from your house, from the barrier, the margin that has been raised onto his sorry her house, the Lakshman Rekha. So what Ravan wanted to let the Sita come out from that line. So crossing the line and then making somebody happy is not what God said. So you need to understand the difference between right and wrong, and then act accordingly,
Yes,
right? So what you are saying and what the other person
Yes.
willing you to do is coming out from the line and then make him or her happy, which is not actually what God said.
Mhm.
So decision
Yes,
is
yes.
yours. So I hope you got your answer now.
Yes. Thank you so much. How beautifully you
You're,
make us understand. Thank you, Didi.
you're welcome. So have few more questions. Second, we created our own karmic account during the life cycle. Is it a question, Brother Ram, or is just a statement? We are creating our own karmic account during the life cycle. Yes, we do. Can you guide small meditation exercise? Yes. I'm just up to that. Let me first answer all of them. How do we know our karmic account is entered into the positive account? Well, if you're feeling happy, if you're feeling relaxed, if you're feeling energized, that shows that your account is positive. If things situation are not really troubling and trapping you into negative direction, that means the account is quite positive. The relationships around you is healthy and positive, pleasant. That means the account is positive. And also the mental level, the state of mind. If your state of mind is quiet or relaxed or peaceful or happyful, then yes, the account is quite positive. The backlog is not really there, but this state of mind is to get for nowadays is quite difficult, honestly, because this is the in a situation at the time where everyone are reached to the edge of negativity. I would say the closing of the financial year. So that is how the account is all of some different or difficult accounts. So we'll discuss it tomorrow in the next classes. We have few more lessons left. I hope you got your answer, brother. No, 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 no. Is there any skill to know our karmic account history? Karmic account history, as you can know about as per the present time, your present situation and your state of mind, because it's not only the external experiences and the surrounding situations, also it's the mental state of mind as well. So it is both ways. If your situation is quite full of hurdles and disturbing relationship and maybe of financial losses or challenging, not all the way. If you're getting some of the struggleful life, that is account is not quite positive. It's a mixture of both. So that way you can understand whether how it is, and accordingly you can make your present better, start working upon it so that your present and future will be better. Is your question answered, brother Rambai? I think you've got your answer. Let's move into how to interest riding reading by Murli create
Om Shanti
Kamal.
sister.
Yes,
Yeah, this is Ram Mohan Rao.
yes, brother.
Yes, your explanation is okay, but we don't have any scale to know our this one,
Karmic account.
history, because you see, we are in life cycle, say 84
Mhm.
births something. So during this period, we might have done lots of mistakes, lot of good karmic account, lot of bad
Yes.
karmic account. We don't know. Actually, we are aware about present, but future,
Mhm.
where we were born, we don't know actually.
Mhm.
Okay. So according to present situation, how do we know where we are standing actually? Whether what is our account? Is it positive or is it negative, or where we are actually? Is there any symptoms, or is there any uh, qualities or some vibrations, something?
There are so many things that through which you can observe and analyze yourself, that where the your life has begun and what is the journey you have all covered so far. We have this lesson, brother. If you can wait for a couple of more days, because when we'll talk about life cycle, we'll get all this covered. Then I can explain you, but I have to give you a whole background. But as you've asked, I briefly answer you. You can check your qualities as a person, what kind of feeling or the behavior or nature you have. Are you more merciful being? Are you more a person who has a tendency to forgive, or is to helpful, being always a helpful hand or go-to person? This shows your qualities and shows up that what from where you have started. That means if you have such kind of qualities, that means your journey has begun from the purest form, which you are focusing with the ediports and births and cycle. That is what. But if somebody does not even think about hurting people and do not feel bad about that, or being very, very self-centered, it is possibly that his sanskar or this been changed. So it's quite confusing and complex topic to explain. And this is short interest of time, I would not be able to completely explain you. But yes, with your situation, with your state of mind, you can bit understand about your past life and this how it was so far been carrying forward.
Okay, madam. Thank you. Okay, sister.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay, brother. Please wait for a couple of more days, and still, if you have any question on to the same topic, I will definitely be able to answer you, because I would have been explained you already by that time. So please wait for a couple of more days. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Plants and microbes are also have soul. Of course, we have been discussing since first day that animal has soul, plants have soul. That's how they also love peace. They also, if you pour water to them with love and care, they grow well. So yes, that they have soul. All vibers in the world all have souls. Is all question answered? Is any more question? Kamal brother, your question is not really clear to me. How to interest reading by Murli? Are you saying to create interest in reading Murli? I would rather expect if you can be quite explaining your question, because it's not really easy for me to understand the question. So let's close this for today, and I will just start for a few minutes in short meditation. Do you all want to meditate, or we just want to wrap up? We just exceeded the time. Okay.
Meditate for 2 minutes.
Yes. Abhishek brother has a question. If all plants have soul, then we should eat only fruits where we don't hurt plants. Eating fruit or vegetables is something that is a gift from the plants, from the nature. It's something is automatically comes for us. It's not we are hurting. But if you're doing something which is against, or in a in intention of hurting people, hurting plants or animals or any viable, that is something we shouldn't do. But if you talk that if I am taking the fruit from the tree or plant or this, and I'm hurting that, It's not. This is how the nature has created. There is a chain system as well. So potato, ginger, yes, that is how they are made for. This is like you have some work to be given. You have some responsibility being a human being. So as for the plants and animals, it's not that if cow is giving milk that we're hurting cow. But yes, if you're killing cow, that is somewhere you are uh, doing against your nature. But giving milk is what his duty. Giving vegetable and fruit, that is what a plants and anyone's any tree has. That is their duty. They are doing their work. All right, so let's finish this. Sit in this silence and let's meditate for a few moments. Thank you, brother. Thank you, everyone, to listen to me carefully, and let's meditate for now. For a while, I'm going to recollect my own qualities. I am a soul, a peaceful, loveful, a knowledgeful soul. On this earth, I have come to accomplish my duties and performing the role of mother, father, child, and so other relations. While doing and performing all these performance and roles, I remember my real self. I am God's child. God is ocean of knowledge, is ocean of love. Being his child, I am recollecting the thoughts of me being knowledgeable, loveful, and powerful. Considering myself a powerful being, I am going in this world performing all my roles. Brother, sister, father, mother, and so on. I am taking myself detached from this space, this body, going beyond the sky, stars, and I've reached to my own house, to my real home, home of silence, home of peace. I see my father, whom I call with love Baba. Baba means father. As father gives his inheritance to his children, same way I'm getting the vibrations of love, peace from my father, Baba. Baba is showing his love in me, and I'm being so much energized. My mind is being relaxed. Slowly and gradually, I'm experiencing this love. My mind is filled with love, and I can see myself as a representative of God. I've understood the benefits of me as different from this body, which is only possible with the knowledge that I'm getting from you, Baba. Thank you so much for coming in my life and giving me the awareness of you. Being Father, you've been so happy looking at me like this. And when Father sees his child being independent and alert to his duties, the same way, Baba is also being so happy, me being started being independent. And he's filling me with all his qualities and being so light. My mind is so relaxed and feeling boosted up that I can do everything now. I'm so independent and free from all the conflicts, everything. and forgiving everyone whosoever did wrong with me. And I say sorry to everyone with whom I been sometime wrong in the past. I truly, truly sorry and being apologetic to everyone for howsoever I did in the past. But now I promise Baba that I will do what you will say. Today, I will not let my past to overrule me. Today, I be merciful and will forgive everyone. And also, I will forget that forgiveness I have given. Coming back to this body, I've reached in the middle of my forehead in this body. The energy is now radiating the whole body and in the surrounding. The atmosphere has become so light now. I'm ready to go and perform my all roles now with this consciousness that I will remain and I will bring this feeling and experiences in my action. Om Shanti.
Thank you, sister. Thank you so much. Om Shanti.
Thank you everyone for listening and for been extending. This session has extended for 20 minutes more, 22 minutes more. Apology for that if disturbed this or anyways in your daily routine. Thank you so much for connected and please today's homework. I hope everyone has understood the homework to forgive and forget. Let your past go. Put a full stop on your past. Okay, and please do homework and write it down. Send the picture of your homework if you're not able to write into the chat box. And if possible, whosoever want to share verbally, they can share. Yeah, wish you have a very, very great day. Shanti.